so far. Let me see. What up, James? What up, Joey? Who's the MVP so far in the NBA? Let me see. Look at the standings. That's the big thing is the standings too. Let me see. Let's see. Oh, let me see Jamal Murray. Let me see his stats real quick. Yeah, I think they disqualified some people. Like Durant got to be top. I think Durant is averaging a lot of points, but I guess he didn't play enough games. But the NBA.com do like qualifier or something. I don't know. Oh, Murray averaging 20, Trevor, 20.6. Oh, he went crazy. Let's talk about that real quick. I'm talking about MVP, then I'm gonna get to Jamal Murray real quick. But so the Nets in second. So who? I mean, you got to take. It's kind of hard having 3 stars on one team. I mean, because Durant and Harden. I mean, you could they value pretty much equal. Like Durant with the scoring, but Harden, I don't know. You can argue that he's more valuable, honestly. And I'm a Durant fan, bro. Let me see. Cause we talking about MVP, so I'm just saying Durant might get Durant and he is playing great, but Durant and Harden might get eliminated just because they're on the same team. And then you got the Nuggets in 7th place, but Jokic top 10 in points, rebounds, and assists per game. But I think that make him a top 5 candidate, but I don't think he could be number 1 with being a 7th seed. The same with Steph Curry. And Durant having his best year, Trevor said. So yeah, MVP Durant probably top. Yeah, Durant top 5. Jokic, Curry, LeBron, of course. That's 3. I mean that's 4. Yeah, I don't know. Like I could say Kawhi, but Paul George actually having a. I think Paul George having a better season than Kawhi this year. Let me see. So really, the Clippers they eliminated each other. What up, Trevor? The other Trevor, Marion. Yeah, Trevor says LeBron's to lose, especially with AD being out. So I think, number 1, I'd probably go LeBron, and then KD, and then maybe Jokic, then Curry, or Curry, then Jokic. Like Jokic top 10 in points, rebounds, and assists, and then I would say Luka, but the Mavericks not even in the playoffs. Like, I'm sorry, you can't get MVP talk not being in the playoffs right now, but that's for anybody though. Like even when Kobe averaged 27, that year they didn't make the playoffs, he didn't even get. I don't think he even finished top 10 in MVP. Let's see. Tatum and Jaylen Brown both shooting over 40% from 3. Oh, Trevor said Paul playing out of his mind. The other Trevor said Jokic number 1 MVP. And then I'll go with Embiid because the Sixers 20 and 10 and Embiid averaging almost 30 a game, shooting 54%. So I go Embiid number 5, Curry 4 just because they're 8th place, and then I gotta go Jokic 3 just till they get their wins up, and then number 2 Durant and number 1 LeBron like MVP, just like because of the last couple games Durant just been missing too many games, man. Like let me see. But then you still got Luka, Dame Lillard, like Portland in 4th place right now. Let me see. But that's the MVP talk. Let's talk about Jamal Murray real quick. Let me see. Yeah, Celtics 15 and 14. Yeah, Jaylen Brown and Tatum shooting. I was just trying to see like the standings and see who. Yeah, they 500. The Celtics, I think so. But Tatum and Brown just saying they eliminated each other for MVP anyway because like they both like got the same value this year to me. Brown and because Brown do it on the defensive end, that Tatum don't do on the defensive end. But let me see. Tatum is a decent defender. I'm just saying like Jaylen Brown is like known for like his defense too. But Jamal Murray played Cleveland last night, and then they beat the Cavaliers 120 to 103. He played 38 minutes. Jamal Murray shot 21 for 25, 84% from the field, 8 for 10 from 3. That's 80%. He didn't take no free throws too, so this got to be one of the best. This got to be one of the best scoring games ever. He didn't have no free throws, Trevor. And then 50 points, 6 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals. Yeah, Jokic is putting up better numbers with a cast that's nowhere near LeBron's. Yeah, that's true. Like outside of Murray, it's like who else they really they lost Jeremiah Grant, and then Millsap is old. He's a good player, but he's older now, so it's not the Hawks Millsap. Yeah, then Jamal Murray ain't shoot no free throws, bro. And then that's Jamal Murray. What else I had to talk about? Let me see. Oh, the All Star. Let's get to the All Star game. Let me see. I'm gonna just do it piece by piece, like guards first, and then let me see. Oh, that's good, bro. Congrats, bro. Yeah, I got it. When I was going to Central last semester, I got to be on like both the final and the midterm, but I was kind of disappointed. But that junk kind of good with 100 questions. It's like, yeah. Let me see. Okay, the West, y'all. The West, they just doing front court and back court. Let's do the guard. So we talking about the West now. So the West, who's the? Do y'all agree Steph Curry and Luka is the starter, or so arguments could be made for like really just Dame Lillard, honestly, in the West. No, I like Donovan Mitchell and all that, but we talking about a starter, All Star starter. Jokic is going crazy. That's why I still got him top five, but being a seventh seed, I don't know. Like, I got him third though. But actually no, Embiid, I don't know. But then again, Ben Simmons value too. I think that's why I just holding him up because Ben Simmons like what Ben Simmons doing defensive end and passing too. That's the only reason why the Sixers good. The Sixers really got what's the name too, Tobias Harris and all them too. Let me see. I mean Seth Curry, they got a good team, man. Let me see. But yeah, the West starters is Steph Curry and Luka. Um, so who y'all think? Do y'all think Dame Lillard should be? Do y'all think it should be Dame Lillard and Curry, Luka and Curry? I mean Luka and Dame. But ain't no way Curry not in it. It's between this argument, Luka or Dame Lillard. Ain't no way Curry not a starter in the All Star game, bro. Especially considering that's the All Star game and his star power too. Yeah, Jokic did destroy Gobert. Like yeah, Jokic the best. I guess it's between Jokic and Embiid. It's everybody else is second place, bro, for the best center. I mean, I know AD plays. To me, AD's his natural position to me is the four. He shoot a lot of jumpers and stuff, but so yeah, Steph and Luka, you can make an argument for Dame at guard, and then y'all making some good points. Trevor said Jokic got to dominate like Embiid if Murray's going to play inconsistent. And then Trevor M said take Jokic off that team. And Nuggets finished last in the West. He might not dominate all the time like Embiid because he shares the ball and gets his team involved. Let's see. Yeah, that is true. Front court, both of those true. Front court is I think Trevor's saying like Jokic need to like. I mean, it is good to get the team involved. I don't know. I think he can. I don't know. I just don't think. I think Jokic and Embiid two different type of players. Just like I'm trying to think of what compared to. I mean, this is like Chris Paul and Steph. Like Chris Paul, what up, Dwayne? Like Chris Paul is I don't know. Chris Paul is good, like, and Curry is good, but Chris Paul, I mean, he took over a game last night, but he don't do it like how Curry do it. But I think that's just Chris Paul mentality is like to get his team involved. That's how Jokic is compared to Embiid. So I really don't know. I don't know. And the West is tougher than the East too. Still, to me. Uh, Anytime you got the Grizzlies and the Mavericks not in the playoffs, yeah. Yeah, the East is kind of weak. I mean, the Celtics ain't really doing nothing. The Raptors are overrated. They was overrated. I'm just saying. They figured the Raptors out basically. But the front court for the All Star game in the West is LeBron. That's enough said. Kawhi Leonard and Jokic. Jokic's not nobody's. There's no argument there. Or LeBron. Kawhi. I mean, honestly, you can make an argument for Paul George in the East. I mean, the West. I know people try to dog. Paul George's been balling this year, man. We talking about front court, so centers, power forwards, and small forwards. Yeah, Jokic need to go for 30, man. But I think the Nuggets they'd be straight though. But they don't want to stay in seventh though because they have to play the Lakers in the first round. They don't want to do that. Yeah, or they come in 6, they have to play the Clippers. They got to get that, try to get that 4th seed so they can play Phoenix or Portland or the Spurs. Let me see. I'm trying to think of the front court for the West. Oh yeah, Anthony Davis. It's just no, Anthony Davis not a starter this year. I'm an AD fan, but he's not starting over. He's not having a better year than Jokic or LeBron or Kawhi really. I guess Paul George's the only one you really can. Let me look at Jokic real quick. I think Paul George's the only one you could really argue like over Kawhi. But with Kawhi doing, people say Kawhi defense, but Paul George got good defense. I don't know. That's just saying this year, you can argue that Paul George could have been a starter over Kawhi, but I'm saying Kawhi could be a starter over him too. But Kawhi is more popular too. But so LeBron, Jokic, it's Jokic, Kawhi Leonard, LeBron, Luka, and Steph starting. So like I said, arguments for Dame probably. So I go Luka stats real quick since we talking. I mean, not Luka. Jokic. Jokic averaging. Well, first his shooting splits. He's shooting 57% from the field, taking 18 shots a game, taking 3.8 threes a game, shooting 40.4%. That's like Steph Curry status, bro. And free throws, he's shooting 87.5%. And then points 27, rebounds 11.2, and then assists 8.6. And he averaged 1.6 steals. I mean 1.7 steals a game. Yeah, I mean only Embiid argument is I mean they both super talented. It's just that Jokic get his team involved in it. But Embiid better on the defensive end. But I mean it's not 50-50 like Nick Wright said. Even though I hate to quote Nick Wright, but got to play both sides of the court, but yeah, because Curry, a top 5 player, his defense is not great. So yeah, Trevor's just saying he need to average 35, 10, and 5. So basically, get his points up and just get 2 less assists per game. I don't know to get. I don't know, because sometimes he's scoring. I mean, I know assists do impact the game, but scoring, not like scoring though. Let me see. The East. Well, actually, Kyrie started on. I didn't even look at it right. I just looked at it. So this is where the argument comes. The front court is pretty much like Joel Embiid is the best center, like him and Jokic, but Jokic's in the West. Giannis Antetokounmpo, that's no argument. Like it's Giannis, like 2-time MVP, and Kevin Durant. So yes, the front court for the East is like Joel Embiid, Greek, and Durant. So this is where the argument come in. The guards is Kyrie and Bradley Beal. No James Harden starting. So what y'all think about that? Kyrie and Beal. I mean, I know Beal averaging 32. People might argue that Kyrie just didn't tell his team that he was out and all that. Like that can eliminate him from being an all-star starter. Yeah, Jokic shooting 18, Trevor saying shoot 23. So 5 more shots per game, give 2 less assists. I see what he's saying. Yeah, Murray got to be consistent. Like, even though he scored 50 and it's still early in the season, he's still only averaging. I ain't gonna say only, but he averaging 20. It's kind of like we need to see that more from Jamal Murray. You know what I'm saying? I'm not putting him up there in the top 10 or 15 players in the NBA right now. You know, like let me see. Oh, Kyrie shooting 53% from the field, 43% from 3. And 90 from the free throw. So Kyrie 50, 40, 90 this year, man. But he basically 89.9 from the free throw line. But we round everything up. He's 53, 43, and 90, bro. So Kyrie's an efficient scorer, bro. Like, and Kyrie, one of my favorite players, probably right behind Durant and Curry. And B has Simmons at the point who doesn't shoot the ball and feeds to his guys. Murray is a score first, taking away shots from Jokic when Murray isn't playing. Jokic goes off. Yeah, I do like Jamal Murray, but I think if if the Nuggets had like Chris Paul, it'd be crazy, bro. Let me see. Let me see. So Harden, Bradley Beal, and Kyrie, which two guards deserve the starting spot in the All-Star game? I mean, I don't get how James Harden is not a starter. Let me see. What y'all think? Do y'all think Bradley Beal should be rewarded for they've been losing, but I know All-Star. I ain't saying he's not an All-Star. I'm just talking about as a starter. I don't know. I never seen nobody lose that many games and become a starter in the All-Star game. Because ain't no way Harden not supposed to be starting. Oh, Trevor said Van Fleet. Yeah, Fred is a dog. But I said Harden not starting in the All Star game. Ain't no way he shouldn't be starting. 24 points a game, 7 rebounds, 11 assists, leading the lead in assists, shooting 48%, and just his impact like far as getting his team involved. Let me see, because it's counting his Houston stats too. So, but in Brooklyn he's shooting 50%, averaging 24, 8.2 rebounds, 11.7 assists. Yeah, I think even though Kyrie did great with his scoring, Kyrie, as a fan, like Kyrie, my favorite player behind. Well, he behind Durant and Curry. He's like my third favorite player, but I don't think he deserved to be a starter in it this year. I mean, just the missing 7 games. Like, I mean, I get the family thing, but I'm talking before that. I don't think he even told the Nets that he was. You know what I'm saying? He just left his team kind of like he missed some games to injury too, and then he not more valuable than Harden if you look at the Nets games, bro. Like. I just got to be real with it. Yeah, Trevor said trade Kyrie. Yeah, Kyrie numbers was great. Like, but his numbers was great in Boston. Remember, I'm gonna look at that real quick. Remember in Boston that year, he averaged 24 points. No, that's the wrong year. It was 2019. Because last year in Boston, dude averaged 24 points, 5 rebounds, 7 assists, and he shot 49% from the field, 40 from three, and 87 from the free throw line. But then again, it didn't help them win. So Kyrie's a great scorer. Don't get me wrong. But I think it should be hard, I guess you can make an argument for Bill versus Kyrie, but I mean, like I said, missing those games like that, Bill there for his team every game, and then All Star, like Charles Barkley said, is an All Star, like as an individual player, not team. Yep, whoever Kyrie Garden going for 40, I got to be real with it, man. I got to be real. Of course, people want to see him in an All Star game because he's exciting to watch, but I think it should be Bradley Beal and James Harden starting. Then it is facts though. They have Ben Simmons, even though Ben Simmons not a better overall player. Skilled player than Kyrie. But if they had Ben Simmons, Harden, and then defense, what he doing the defensive end? Like Ben Simmons be locking people up, man. Like, yep. Um, that's why I think the defensive team kind of be like, yeah, they run everybody out the gym, bro. If they would have got Ben Simmons, like, and that might not be a bad trade, honestly, because it'd be better for Kyrie too, because he'd be able to play with Embiid with the pick and roll and everything, and it'd be in the East, and he can get his stats too. So let me see. Yeah, Philly won't trade for Kyrie. I'm just thinking hypothetical, but so we did the All Star game starters, and then the All Star game. I did the NBA standings before y'all got on here. Basically, on the top 3 seeds in the West is I don't feel like going through. I went through all 15, but you could go back and watch it live. But the top three, Philly, the Sixers number 1, the Nets number 2, and the Bucks number 3. Everybody else is pretty much mediocre, honestly. The Celtics mediocre, Pacers mediocre, Raptors, Knicks below average, Hornets. Like I'm saying, the Hornets in the playoffs, right? That's the East is weak, man. In the West, the Jazz number 1. They're a good team. They won like 10 out of 11 or something crazy. No, 20 out of 21. My bad. And then the Lakers second, Clippers third, and then it get kind of like teams that I don't think can win it. Yeah, so those 3 teams I think can get to the finals. The Jazz, the top 3 teams, the Jazz, Lakers, and I don't think the Jazz gonna beat the Clippers or the Lakers. But I'm just saying they can, like, injuries might happen, anything can happen. So I think the Jazz, and then the 4th seed is so you get the Blazers, Suns, Spurs, Nuggets, and Warriors. I don't see none of them going to the finals, honestly. And then same thing in the East. I only see the Sixers, Nets, or Bucks going to the finals. I mean, the Celtics got to step it up, man. Yeah, they're gonna have to do something because they got. It's just like I think it's just that they got too many players. They don't really know who their best player. Like to me, Tatum the best skill player, but if you look at him and Jaylen Brown, they're doing the same thing this year. They still got Kemba as an All Star. They just need to establish who their best player is. It's only one ball, It's like, let me see. That's the Nets. The only thing I'm concerned about the Nets is with Kyrie. It's like, in the fourth quarter, they all pretty much. Harden been clutch this year. Like, Kyrie been clutch pretty much his whole career, and Durant, really. Durant had some games. Everybody has some games, but I'm talking about, like, who going to take the shot at the end. Let's see. trying to keep it to NBA. I mean, NFL is, I don't know, the season over with. We know about the trades and stuff. Let me see. Let me see. I guess I'll go to football. If I go to football, anything I really